Alrighty, so Corey's asked me to do a quick little video on any tips and advice I can give him for his ultra and just trail running in general. So just quickly, I did my first ultra. I did a 50k in 2014 in Zermatt, Switzerland, and just this year I've moved to Costa Rica and gone back into the sport after kind of 3 and a bit years of not having run any real long distance, kind of over what 15, 16k. And in the past 7 months, I've done a couple of 50Ks, 160K and 80K, and just recently the last one was 100K in Mexico. So yeah, the first tip. Oh yeah, sorry about the camera by the way. My laptop webcam, don't have anything else. So yeah. So first tip is having the right mindset. So this is kind of a more general and well-known idea, but I think it's probably the most important thing. For something like Corey's going to do a 300k, 300 plus k, sorry, over several days in the desert, you need to go into it feeling confident and basically backing yourself. Just knowing that you're capable of doing it, especially when you're surrounded by a lot of people who put limits on what you're doing and who say basically it's crazy or it's impossible or it's like how do you think you're going to do that? You just need to block it out and know that you can do it pretty much. Second point, consistency. So just putting consistent hard work in time after time will reap results. Um, Everyone knows it. Fewer people do actually put it into practice. And I think for something like an ultra, knowing that you've put in the work, especially on race day, which comes back to the first point, having the right mindset. If you've put in consistent work, there's no reason that you shouldn't feel confident when you're standing on at the race line that day. Third point is enjoying or actually trying to enjoy at least. For me personally, I absolutely love going out and running in nature in the mountains and seeing a country as beautiful as Costa Rica. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way when they're running, but then again, a lot of ultra runners are kind of in it just for the discipline and the kind of brute strength and mental toughness that kind of you have to forge and grow within it. But I think just trying to enjoy it is really important. Well, for me, it's played a major role anyway. Nutrition and hydration is also huge. So nutrition, just knowing, experimenting with different gels, foods, snacks, all sorts of stuff in your training has to be done so that on race day you basically know what works and what doesn't work for you. So at aid stations on race day, when you're racing, you shouldn't be trying anything that you've never tried before when running a long distance, pretty much. And also hydration. I mean, it's pretty blatantly obvious that when you're running in the desert, you're gonna become. It's really easy to become hydrated. So basically, drink a ton of water. Like it's not rocket science. Um, Another one, community. So running with like-minded people or joining a trail running community has been huge for me. And I know Corey's starting to run with other people through the desert. So I think it's really important to learn from more experienced runners you can meet in this community, and just kind of feed off their energy, their tips and tricks, because they've been in the game a lot longer than the vast majority of us have, and just knowing that you're running with other people that also enjoy to suffer in a way, because ultra running is it's strange. It's strange in the sense that you go into a race knowing that you're going to suffer, but you know that that suffering is kind of what makes the race and why you're doing it. Well, that's a big part of it for me. Knowing that you can overcome seriously big obstacles in a race is something that a lot of ultra runners have come to appreciate, and for me is really important. The last point is finding a delicate balance between pushing your body to the limits and actually listening to your body. I think listening to your body in training is particularly important. Um, Basically, you can't wake up one day and everything be sore, and you're just feeling like absolutely, like seriously fatigued, body inflammation, adrenal fatigue, whatnot, and go, nah, I'm an ultra runner. I'm tough as nuts. I'm going to go out and do intervals or go and lift heavy in the gym today or do a strong tempo run. It doesn't work like that. You actually need to listen to your body, respect your body, feed it the right food, drink a ton of water again when you're not racing or training as well. Um, and yeah, and then on race day, if you've done all those things well, then you should be able to push your body. You should be able to take it to the next level and go, I've put all this hard work in, I've respected, I've listened to my body. Here we go. Let's go really deep into the pain cave and see how I can do this and if I can actually finish this. So those are, I think, six little tips for Corey. For anyone who doesn't know, what Corey's doing is insane. Like any ultra runner, um, if you tell any ultra runner that a guy's gone from never having run pretty much to trying to run a 300 plus ultra run over several days, they will tell you you're absolutely ludicrous. But you can't put limits on something like this. And I seriously hope Corey can pull it off, and I know he will. Just can do the right thing, make it a priority, and you won't have you will have issues. That's a lie. You won't have issues. But it might just be the most fulfilling thing that you've done today. For me, like running the 100K was definitely the most satisfying thing I've ever done. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done, and the most I've suffered as well in a good way. So yeah, hopefully these have helped, and good luck.